时他说声爱我，究竟我会怎么做？假如当时有一点脆弱，该是怎样的结果？什么刚巧路过，留下线索，谁能当成一切从未发生过？假如当时他说声爱我，究竟我会怎么做？假如当时有一点脆弱，该是怎样的结果？一次生命我活了几回，上天恩宠我万事俱备，犹如猛长的蔷薇，无一丝惧畏，却换来伤痕累累。可能需要有人来抚慰，结局总是让人心碎，有花开就有花谢，有笑就有泪，不后退不去追完美。放开每一个昨天，拥抱雨后的晴天，雨过天晴的花最娇美，女人渴望的安慰，已化作雨点，散落在花丛之间。每个绝望的边缘，就是希望的起点。雨过天晴的我最珍贵，走出风雨的包围，又回到原点，迎接生命的蔷薇，赋予生命的蔷薇。可能需要有人来抚慰，但结局总是让人心碎，有花开就有花谢，有笑就有泪，不后退不去追完美。放开每一个昨天，拥抱雨后的晴天，雨过天晴的花最娇美。
User Track Player 8 AM and 9 AM UTP Espresso is brought to you by Shell. Shell Fuel Save. Discover the new Shell fuels with Dynaflex technology that helps to keep your engine clean and protected for an efficient drive. From the moment you start the engine, new Shell Fuel Save petrol helps protect your engine. It contains Dynaflex technology that helps reduce engine friction the instant you put it in your car. Shell Fuel Save Diesel has new dirt-busting molecules for a clean and efficient engine so you can focus on enjoying the drive.
User Track Player.
User Track Player. Traffic update. The CTE Tunnel is the tunnel of the Central Expressway. Is it the first road before the Yio-Chu-Kang intersection in the direction of SLE, and the car broke down? PIE is at the intersection of Cheney Road and the section after Adam Road. If another 10 steps of traffic occurred, please avoid the fourth tunnel.
The BKE Bukit-Timah Expressway is on the side of the Woodlands Road exit in the direction of Woodlands. It is caused by traffic. Please avoid the 6th lane. CTE is the direction of Geylang Road before the exit of Geylang Road. Please call traffic hotline at 62558400. User Track Player Traffic Update is brought to you by Volkswagen. Volkswagen Beetle, the other diesel. The Beetle sedan must be out of traffic, so change to innovation and go forward. Get for Volkswagen Center Singapore for a test drive now.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
8:11 a.m.
User Track Player Time Report is brought to you by Cultex. Cultex Go. Our stations may get busy sometimes, and that means physical payments can create congestion at the cashier area. As we continue to practice social distancing, we strongly encourage all drivers to make contactless payment via our Cultex Go app, only at Cultex. Who cares another singing pop songs? We got great time worried about. User Track Player, your #1 hit station.
This message is brought to you by Ammunition Singapore, protecting your kids' rights.
Ammunition Singapore sells fully automatic weapons, though in real life, these are outlawed, if made after April 2011, to sell to normal civilians in the Singapore due to the Hughes Amendment. Also, destructive and explosive devices are sold at the store, which would also be highly illegal in the real world. Fully automatic weapons in the United States may only be obtained via Class II licenses, which are very costly and difficult to obtain. There is a choice of 6 categories for weapons: handguns, submachine guns, shotguns, assault rifles, heavy weapons, projectiles. There is also a miscellaneous section where the player can buy body armor. To order weapons, the player touches the category they want and then chooses which weapon they want. Providing they have sufficient funds, the money is deducted and the weapon is put in the basket. Then, when all the weapons the player wants have been selected, touching the basket confirms the order.
After ordering weapons, the first one confirms the order, and the second one tells the player that the order has been delivered to their nearest house. For more information, please log on to ammunition.net.sg or call 64865531. And this message is brought to you by Ammunition Singapore, protecting your kids' rights.
Vinewood, the stars, fast sports cars, the hot nightclubs, success. It doesn't happen overnight. Or does it? If you want to make it as an international film star, you have to start at the bottom. That's where we come in. At Dreammakers, we'll show you the path to success. Our Eastern European acting coaches will give you all the skills you need for auditioning in the entertainment industry.
My name's Philip. I enjoy pretending to be other people. Dreammakers helped me succeed in that goal. After some intense acting lessons, now I perform each day for thousands of people at the Glory Hole theme park.
I came to Dreammakers because I want to dance on Broadway. They taught me how to use my natural talents to succeed. Now I get to dance every night for money. I succeed $1 at a time. I did it! I'm in entertainment.
If you really want it, you know you have to pay top dollar for the best coaching and career advice. We'll help point you on the path to success.
I'm fat, boring, and have no ideas of my own.
Perfect! Why not be a movie producer?
I'm attractive, but I can hardly read, let alone act.
You're gonna have to sleep your way to the top. Starting now. For only $45,000, Dreammakers will have you on your way to success. Call today.
Hi Hi, welcome to the Subway ad for the $3.99 6-inch sub of the day. How do you want it?
Secret DJ set.
At a retirement home?
Weird. I like it.
DJ sandwich in the house.
What'd he say?
Italian BMT $3.99.
I called the EMT.
Turkey breast $3.99.
How much?
$3.99. Bingo!
Make it what you want.
Limited time at participating shops. Prices and subs included may vary. Additional charge for extras plus tax. No additional discounts or coupons applied.
You think you're American, but do you drink American?
Lager, the beer that brought the forest down.
I like to relax after a hard day at work. And I like to relax hard. Get really drunk. So drunk, you can't tell your sister from your wife. Now that's fun. And now I can do it without gaining pounds, thanks to new Lager Light. Drink even more, gain less. It's the Lager Light promise. At first, the guys were like, I didn't know you drank light beer. Are you gonna start wearing dresses and drinking wine coolers too? Well, then I explained it facilitated alcoholism without the attendant weight gain, and they really switched. Now we're all lager men.
Lager Light. We're light in the beer, not in the loafers.
User track player.
I sit alone and wait it out. 1,000 no's can make you turn around. I know just what I can be. I let it all go so I can breathe. We live in a world full of colors, so why do we bother with breaking the other down? It's okay to be different when normal is trending. The likes could not sway me now. Sometimes the sun peers through the clouds. Sometimes the voice pierces the crowd. I can make it through the changing seasons in a world of millions. I've always tried to walk the line. The road is long, at times I fall behind. But in the end, I'm still on my feet. I let it all go, then now I can breathe. Sometimes the sun peers through the clouds. Sometimes the voice pierces the crowd. I can make it through the changing seasons in a world of chameleons. Chameleons. Chameleons in a world full of colors, so why do we bother with breaking the other down? It's okay to be different when normal is trending. The likes could not sway me now. Let your colors bleed and blend. Let your colors bleed and blend. Chameleons. Chameleons. We live in a world full of colors, so why do we bother with breaking the other down? It's okay to be different when normal is trending. The lights could not sway me now. Chameleons. Your colors bleed and blend. Let your colors bleed and blend.
Berdampingan mesra dalam menyayi hujan, bagaikan dunia milik kita. Kini semuanya gelap.
8:23 a.m. I am Kimberly. This is User Track Player UTP Espresso. That song is Kini by Feminine and Chameleon by Jai Leopardi. Let's have a traffic update.
User Track Player.
User Track Player. Traffic update.
At this time, the traffic information is still the 5th lane between BKE, which is Admiralty Road, and PI intersection before Sembawang exit. CTE is the Orchard Road exit. In heavy traffic, the first choice is Kalang Road intersection. The car broke down.
Please avoid the second tunnel if the traffic takes place in 10 steps. PI is in the direction of Changi Airport. The exit of Tampines Street is in the direction of Punggol Road Junction. SLE is before the exit of Jurong East Road at the exit of Dover Road.
User Track Player traffic update is brought to you by Volkswagen. Volkswagen Beetle, the other diesel. The Beetle sedan must be out of traffic, so change to innovation and go forward. Get for Volkswagen Center Singapore for a test drive now.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
Now it's time newsletter preview. Some residents in Thomson tell how they live with brutish wild boars and hungry monkeys. Dr. Adrian Liu, Group Director of Wildlife Management at the National Parks Board, said that a healthy coexistence humans observe wildlife and not interacting with wild animals. 14-year-old boys drowning in waters off Changi Beach Park ruled an unfortunate misadventure. Putra Mohammed Indris Shazreen Suzaini was found on August 22 last year by divers from the Singapore Civil Defence Force 15 meters from the shoreline and pronounced dead at the scene by a paramedic. The newsletter at 8:33 a.m. will report in details.
User Track Player newsletter preview is brought to you by Mitsubishi Electric. Mitsubishi Electric Star-Mex Aircon gives your excellent energy savings, it's easy to clean, and it's same none of the quietest.
This is User Track Player, your entertainment station.
Still don't fall into muddy field. Since the rain has stopped, now let's go to catch the eels. Muddy field. Since the rain has stopped, now let's go to catch the eels. 少了滋味，要如何拿捏我潺潺的依恋？细细思念不会累，睡不着不如听风吹，数星星照亮谁家屋檐。我明白要给彼此幸福的机会，内心的誓言不能有缺。你放了太多爱在我眼里没见，可以不用眺望天边也能喜悦。有情人不能朝夕相对，也不会伤痛欲绝，自信的人不自恋。我放了很多爱随你披星戴月，好好把握这次缘分去看世界。放心，我不会就此狼狈，也不会以泪熄灭。我的微笑请你带着，一路上回味。睡不着不如听风吹，数星星照亮谁家屋檐。我明白要给彼此幸福的机会，内心的誓言不能有缺。旅途上风景很美，记得要告诉我你的体会。与其感叹人间太多离别，若相信了你不需要后悔。你放了太多爱在我眼里没见，可以不用眺望天边也能喜悦。有情人不能朝夕相对，也不会伤痛欲绝，自信的人不自恋。我放了很多爱随你披星戴月，好好把握这次缘分去看世界。放心，我不会就此狼狈，也不会以泪熄灭。我的微笑请你带着，一路上回味。
User Track Player 8 AM and 9 AM UTP Espresso is brought to you by Shell Fuel Save. Discover the new Shell Fuels with Dynaflex technology that helps to keep your engine clean and protected for an efficient drive. From the moment you start the engine, new Shell Fuel Save petrol helps protect your engine. It contains Dynaflex technology that helps reduce engine friction the instant you put it in your car. Shell Fuel Save Diesel has new dirt-busting molecules for a clean and efficient engine so you can focus on enjoying the drive.
World's first apple cider vinegar gummy. Taste the apple, not the vinegar. Pectin is recognized as an important prebiotic that supports healthy flourishing of the gut flora, ultimately providing a beneficial environment in the gut. Only from Herbal Farm.
Time, brought to you by Herbal Farm. Herbal Farm, the greatest wealth is health. Please call 67490004.
Realizing the situation, believing in the terrace, and pouring into chapters is time-consuming. User Track Player Newsletter.
Amy, Kimberly, we now at Newsletter. Some residents in Thompson tell how they live with brutish wild boars and hungry monkeys. Dr. Adrian Liu, Group Director of Wildlife Management at the National Park Sport, said that a healthy coexistence with nature also means keeping a distance while humans observe wildlife and not interacting with wild animals. Residents along Old Upper Thompson Road are used to seeing wildlife, with many of their homes a stone's throw away from nature. These animals are not so much of a nuisance to them. Although the residents have also learnt to signal to these creatures that there are boundaries to observe and not cross. One woman, who wanted to be known only as Mrs. Neo, said that when she takes walks at the nearby Lower Pierce Reservoir Park, she will take a stick with her to fend off any macaques or wild boars that turn aggressive. She will also make sure to close her windows in the day so that monkeys do not climb into her home. These are just some methods that the people have devised to protect themselves from any nasty encounters with wildlife. Wildlife sightings have become more commonplace in the past year, especially those in urban spaces and newer residential areas. In the last few months, there had been videos put up online of otters entering MRT stations and crossing busy roads. Residents in Pungal have reported seeing more macaques in their estates, with some worrying for their children's safety. There have also been interactions with wildlife, some which had turned violent. The week after, a woman and an officer from the National Park Boards were attacked by a wild boar at Pungal while trying to capture it. Experts said that the increased sightings and interactions with wildlife may be a new normal and residents may have to adapt to it. If the right precautions and habits are fostered, humans can live harmoniously among wildlife, they added. A 76-year-old retiree who gave his name as just Edward, and who lives along Old Upper Thompson Road, said that when he first moved into his landed home 6 years ago, he had absent-mindedly left a bunch of bananas in the living room and later found a macaque sitting on his dining table having a feast. Now, he will close all the windows to keep the macaques out, and makes sure that he does not plant any fruit trees for the primates to harvest. Mr. Gavin Liao, 37, who has been a Pungal resident for 5 years and works in the construction industry, said that it was only this year that he had heard about wild boars appearing in the area, though he has not personally seen any. Having a 12-year-old son and a 10-year-old daughter, he is concerned about their safety should there be an increase in the wild boar population. Housewife Margaret Daw, 65, said that she is now on guard when she takes her 6-year-old grandchild out for walks along the park connector at Pungal Riverside Walk, the first time that she has felt this way in 10 years. Unlike in the past, when culling of animals was the typical immediate response to complaints about disturbances from wildlife, the people who were interviewed mostly said that this was not the best approach. Taw said that education and preemptive action rather than culling is key. Residents may want to take a picture or feed them, she noted, adding that such people should be better educated, but she is unsure about how that can be done. We also have a part to play, because we sometimes disregard that these animals are wild and still go close to them, and when they attack, it's too late. She added that the authorities should allocate personnel to walk around the estates to look out for wild boars and prevent an attack, or to find people who feed the animals. Wildlife experts said that instead of trying to draw a line between natural and urban areas, the encroachment of residential areas into nature means that people here will have to look to a future when living alongside wildlife is the new normal. Dr. Andy Ang, a research scientist with Mandai Nature, which conducts surveys of forested areas, said, "We need to live in harmony with these wild neighbors, and coexist with them because we are sharing so much of the habitat and there's so much overlap in the space." The experts also said that culling is not needed now, because there is no issue at the moment with overpopulation of wildlife. Primate researcher Sabrina Jabbar, who is also a project assistant at the Wildlife Reserve's Singapore Conservation Fund, said data provided by NParks showed that there is no overpopulation of macaques, and even for aggressive animals, euthanasia and removal of the animals from their habitats is a last resort. Mr. Kyakwin Zhuan, a mammal researcher from the Asian School of the Environment at Nanyang Technological University, said that wild boar populations may seem to be booming only because more people have been visiting parks and natural areas. Having been travel-starved during the COVID-19 pandemic, there should also be no feeding of wildlife, because it will lead to them relying on humans as an easy source of food. They will then venture into urban areas in search of it. Feeding by humans can also lead to an unnatural population growth of wildlife. Aside from increased fines for recalcitrant feeders, parks will also work closely with public agencies as well as non-governmental organizations and academic institutes to educate the community on wildlife-related issues, including feeding.
14-year-old boys drowning in waters off Cheney Beach Park ruled an unfortunate misadventure. Putera Mohammed Indra Shazreen Suzaini was found on August 22 last year by divers from the Singapore Civil Defence Force 15 meters from the shoreline and pronounced dead at the scene by a paramedic. The recent drowning of a 14-year-old boy in the waters off Cheney Beach Park was ruled by a coroner on Thursday, March 18, as an unfortunate misadventure. Investigations found that he did not know how to swim and was swept off by the strong currents after he had gone into the water with his friends to wash off sand from his body. In giving her findings, State Coroner Kamalapan Ampalam stressed the importance of educating children how to stay safe at beaches, saying that they often fail to appreciate how treacherous currents can be. The court heard that Putera had gone to the beach that fateful day with a group of friends. They had pitched a tent, played ball games and built sandcastles. Putera and two of his friends then decided to enter the sea to wash off the sand from their bodies. The water level was initially at their waist, but as they were pulled further out to sea by the strong currents, the boys soon discovered that they could no longer reach the seafloor. At the time, the tides were 2.8 meters high, a tidal report found. They began to panic and tried to return to the shore, but only one of them could swim. The boy who could swim tried to help his friends, but the current was too strong for him, so he swam back to shore to get a lifebuoy and seek help. Two bystanders, who were fishing at the time, heard the commotion and jumped into the sea to save the two boys. One of them managed to reach Putera but had difficulty grabbing hold of him as he was struggling. When he eventually got a hold of Putera, he was dragged down by the boy and had to let go and come up to the surface to catch his breath. He soon lost sight of Putera and swam back to shore as he was exhausted. The other bystander managed to save Putera's friend, who was closer to the shore, with the help of a lifebuoy. The SCDF were alerted at about 3:30 p.m. and its divers were activated to search for Putera's body, which they found at about 5:30 p.m. His friend, meanwhile, was taken to hospital. An autopsy confirmed that Putera's cause of death was drowning and the coroner did not find any basis for foul play. Putera's mother testified that her son often used to play in swimming pools even though he did not know how to swim. She was present in court on Thursday but declined to speak to the media when approached. The new paper earlier reported that a friend of the fisherman who had tried to save Putera had warned the group not to enter the sea that day as it was raining and the tides were high. Newsletter has over. For more information please log on to this website at 8world.com/news. More details. User Track Player. User Track Player.
Weather report.
Okay, this weather for thundery showers in 12 p.m. on 19th March 2021 at the Singapore. So its temperature 24 and 34 degrees.
User Track Player Weather Report is brought to you by SPC. SPC Levo formulated with advanced friction reduction technology. The improved SPC Levo petrol provides a smoother and more responsive drive, giving you greater fuel savings. SPC keeps getting better.
User Track Player.
User Track Player. Traffic update.
The first choice for traffic information is KPE. ECP is the intersection of Kranji Road. There are more cars before the exit of Jalan Kayu, or the traffic is slow at the intersection of Jurong Road. KPE is at the exit of Queenstown Road before the exit of Nickel Highway. On the road section, please avoid the number 7 tunnel. The car broke down. The TPE is in the direction of SLE.
There are many cars before the CTE exit. Traffic occurs between the exits of Sengkang Road. The exit direction of PIE is the direction before the intersection of UT Road and the direction of CTE intersection. User Track Player Traffic Update is brought to you by Volkswagen. Volkswagen Beetle, the other diesel. The Beetle sedan must be out of traffic, so change to innovation and go forward. Get for Volkswagen Center Singapore for a test drive now.
Volkswagen, das Auto.